Hello and welcome, I am Arumba, thank you for joining me. This is the Ryukyu series campaign stream D thingy. We're on session number what? What are we on? I don't know, it's like 24. Yes, that sounds about right. And I just foolishly got everyone all caught up on the things that I did between episodes, then realized that I probably should have recorded that for YouTube. So, here's the really quick summary. Stole a bunch of crap from people, and now we're ready to get imperialism. That's basically it. Most notable stuff that I stole that is actually really important is that I took an estuary from Brandenburg, we took Friesland from the Netherlands, Nordjylland from Denmark, Elfsborg from Sweden, and we have claims on some other stuff in here. But more importantly, I played until 1686, and we're 5 days away from getting imperialism and level 2 administrative efficiency. So that is the thing I'm really excited about. Also, I threatened the Ottomans. They actually finally decided that I was scary, and they gave me Suez. From there, I released the Mamluks, and I have declared a war against the Ottomans for the reconquest of the Mamluks' cores. Now, if we want to, this is part of the reason why I stopped recording over the weekend. We have a choice here, and I'm trying to decide, and I actually wanted your feedback before I made this decision. We have a very significant choice as far as what we do over the next... We have 134 years left to conquer the world, which is plenty of time. But when looking at the world as it is right now, I do think that the Ottomans is going to be the largest challenge. Not because we can't beat them. Clearly, I'm already winning a war against them, and they're not very hard to beat. The issue is mostly a matter of war score cost. The total war score cost for all Ottomans provinces is currently 1,042%. This is going to get reduced in 5 days when I take the next administrative efficiency tech, but it's still going to be very high. It's probably going to be, 800% plus. So, 800%. If you need to conquer full annex, 800% land, 800% war score worth of land, that's 8 times 15-year truces worth of land. It's a lot of land. A lot of stuff. Very expensive. Granted, the war score cost of their land will be less with imperialism. I think imperialism is like a 75% multiplier on war score cost. But here's the issue. If it is, let's just say it takes six 15-year truces. Everything's going to have to line up perfectly for that to work, because 6 15-year truces is 90 years. It's a long time. So, here are my choices. I can go that route. I can just do big, huge, long wars and, try to get 6 big 15-year truce wars with him. Or, we can do a somewhat more random strategy, not knowing exactly what's going to happen, and just full occupy him, get him to 20 war exhaustion, and then white peace him. And then hope that he just explodes into a whole bunch of different nations. Wallachia, Serbia, Byzantium, Athens, Syria, spit out all of his cores. Yes, it is true that we can truce break. That is an option. So I can either go to 93 war score right now and reconquest all of the Mamluk cores. I can get all of Mamluks restored in one war. And it's only like 6... It's something ridiculous. It's something really small as far as aggressive expansion. Just return all of the Mamluks to their former glory. '89 war score, as it is right now, to give all of the Mamluks back all of their land. And only 6 aggressive expansion. Reconquest is cheaper as far as aggressive expansion goes, but it is not cheaper as far as war score cost goes. Okay, let's take a look at the Chrome here. Reconquest CB, 25. I hate how these things don't follow it down, but aggressive expansion modifier, prestige, dip power cost, war score cost. So reconquest is 25% aggressive expansion, 75% war score cost. Imperialism is 75% aggressive expansion, 75% war score cost. So they're the same as far as war score cost. It's only the AE that you get reduced. And I'm not really that concerned about the AE over here, because this is just a Sunni guy next to whatever, it doesn't matter. And it's only 6. It's inconsequential aggressive expansion right now. So the real question again is, do I want to restore the Mamluks to their full strength right now, or do I want to white peace the Ottomans and ideally, the goal here is to do two things. Number one, leave him with 20 war exhaustion so that he has problems. And number two, ideally, make him go bankrupt. Releasing the nations would require me to invade each of them separately, yes, Hendrik, but it's a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot easier to conquer a bunch of smaller nations than it is to conquer one big, huge nation. He is a lucky nation, and you are correct that he's got some pretty idiotically large numbers for unrest reduction. He's got negative 18.8 unrest in his provinces because currently he's a just character, which kind of invalidates a little bit this strategy. He's 43. He's got, of course, he's a lawgiver, well-connected, just. -2 unrest, cheaper advisors, monthly attack. He's a perfect... I mean, look at this cheaty little bastard, 665, idiotically good general, or leader. But still, if he goes bankrupt and I leave him at 20 war exhaustion, he will have rebels. Also, what do I have tons of in this campaign? Money. Lots and lots and lots of money. So I could support rebels, in addition to driving him bankrupt and leaving him at 20 war exhaustion. So that's why I'm kind of deliberating on my choice here. So let's do this. We'll do a quick straw poll. I want to see just preliminary results, what you guys think so far. Okay, there is a straw poll available if you guys don't mind giving me your feedback. This is really the only, like, there's a lot of choices, right? I don't have to do one or the other right now. And the thing that's kind of leaning me toward not trying to make him go bankrupt right now is that idiotically good leader. If I could just wait a little bit, and he has a worse ruler. Like, what if his next ruler is the one that gives +2 unrest instead of -2 unrest? It could be a whole lot easier. Now, on the flip side, though, if I bankrupt him and I force him into having 20 war exhaustion, there's a pretty good chance that the Mamluks separatists will return all of the Mamluks' core territory to my subject anyway. Right? So I could theoretically get both. I could get what I want out of the war now, which is him to be high on war exhaustion and bankrupt, and still get all the Mamluk land. Liberty desire from the Mamluks, yes. If the land gets returned, that would be annoying, but it's not going to be the same thing as Persia, for two reasons. I think you're thinking of the campaign where I played as the Oirat horde, and I had the Persian subject that was like really high liberty desire. It wouldn't be quite the same thing for two reasons. Number one, the Mamluks don't have as much development as the Persians do. And number two, I have prestige to spare. Yes, I can bankrupt him and support the Mamlukian separatists, of course. Most likely, though, the separatists or the rebels that I would want to support would be whichever one's the most expensive. Particularists, probably. If I could support his particularists and get them to fire, and just cause general havoc in his country. You know, imagine if the Ottomans had a 200 stack of rebels spawn. Crazy Tune 180. Also, keep in mind that we do have soon, if not already, the ability to sow discontent. So I do have that as an option. We can raise his unrest in every province by 2. Yeah, we've had that since Diplotech 18. I hardly ever use these things, but we can do that. So yeah, it's 68% to 32% right now in favor of taking the Mamluks now and then waiting for the OP ruler to die. And I'm actually fine with that. He's on 30 war exhaustion, medium enthusiasm, currently at 3. He's not very happy about this war. He doesn't want to be in it. He's already taken on 2 loans. He's at like 60 Merc Infantry, I think. 50. Meanwhile, I've got 280,000 manpower and 750,000 troops. Crazy Tune, Ellen Dick. Thank you both for your resubs. Sensible European streaming time. One way or the other, I think something drastic's going to happen to the Ottomans just to make it easier to take him apart. So let's go with that plan then. We'll try that. I've got my fallback saved just in case it doesn't work out. But yes. So I've got to acclimate myself to this series, what I'm doing here. I got 64% chance on that one, 64% there, 43% there, 29% there, 50% there. A lot of these forts are about to fall. I have an army that I did manage to get through Austria up here, but he is kind of being a jerk and making it a little bit harder to deal with than I would like. He's got a pretty sizable fleet of heavies. Looks like he lost half of them. He had 18 before. I'm going to try to bring some more troops over. We'll come through Austria. The game is not running that well right now. Let me tab back in. One sec. Okay, but here's the thing. Let's say we bankrupt and war exhaust. There's a lot, even more to consider here. Number one is that he has, annoyingly, he has innovative ideas.
Thanks for all the great content. I love your kingdom of my trunk.
Me too. Thank you, Wolf. He has full innovative ideas. So even though I've been at war with him and he's at 30 war exhaustion, he's only got 0.22 war exhaustion right now. It will take a lot of effort to get him up to 20 war exhaustion. If you're unfamiliar, when you do a peace deal, the percentage of the peace deal that you do reduces the enemy's war exhaustion. Most players don't know that because most players don't lose wars. So if I do like a 90% peace deal, he'll lose 90% of his war exhaustion. So in order to drive a nation into bankruptcy and rebels, you have to get them to 20 war exhaustion and then white peace. White peace is a 0% peace deal, so they keep all of their war exhaustion. And then they sit on that unrest. Of course, they could also buy it down. So you need to kind of exhaust their Diplo reserves and drive them up on war exhaustion, and etc., etc. So it's difficult to get them to 20. But if I do that, because we did a white peace, it's only a 5-year truce, and in just 5 years I can attack him again. Hopefully while he's bankrupt still and falling to rebels. My parliament decision expired, and now we're working on charter colonies. Annoyingly, it didn't offer me the option for integration again. I'm not sure if you can do those back to back, but if I have to, I'll pause Betsbisaraka and Hisenwi in order to get that discount. So, all right, I think we're ready to play though. So let's just win this war with the Ottomans. We're going to bring some more troops over to this side. We're going to, yeah, this stack. He ended up bringing his entire 90k troops across Constantinople to face this tiny one that I was trying to send in through here into Tirgoviste. I was trying to get onto his capital. It was just 2 level 2 forts to get to his capital, that route. So I was hoping to get there quicker, but instead he pulled his entire army that way, and now this army is just going nuts on this side. But I might have difficulty crossing the strait. It's part of the problem. So you can't have 2 debates of the same type in a row. Good to know. I'm glad that I didn't reload the save over and over again trying to force it. Okay, well I think we're decided. We're gonna go for the Reconquest CB peace deal right now. So I am gonna go back to forcing my subject Savoy to pay for the forts. Savoy is holding a lot of the provinces for me because they've got 60% fort defense. Actually, yeah, 60% by default, which adds quite a bit of time to each siege. And in just a few days then, we're gonna pick up our series of tech. Also, Bohemia did something that everyone is upset about. I don't really know what he did, but a lot of people are mad at him and they keep joining this coalition. I don't really know why, but it's kind of funny to me. There are disloyal estates in your country. The merchant guilds are pissed because of a random event. We're going to have to sacrifice quite a bit of autonomy in order to get the Demi loyal for this next set of tech, but I think that's well worth it for the monarch points. I do want to make sure that he's not trying to engage this army. I'm hiding it in the Austrian mountains right now. Truce with Mutapa is up. Mutapa is not Sunni. We're at negative 100 piety. We're ready to go. Like, I tried to leave everything in a good position before starting the session today. So, it's January the 1st. We're ready for tech. If I were to take it right now, Diplo points, it's 219 points, but we don't yet have the Dimi loyal. So we can get an extra minus 10%, which is an extra 60 points off, taking the cost down to like 160? 159 points. This one would be like 330. We could spy for a little bit longer, but I don't want to be restricted by the piety. I want to be able to declare war on whoever I want. So I think we're going to just take it now. Okay, so we're going to take our save before taking this tech because, yes, seems like a reasonable, good thing to have. Let's get the Dimi loyal. That's, if you find that tech cost to be impressive, then again, that's the reason why I'm Sunni. There's a lot of people who say that you gotta go either Coptic or Hindu for good ruled conquest. I think that they're both acceptable choices, but I gotta say, I've really enjoyed having two things. Number one, the idiotically good tolerance of heathens from the Dimi, and number two, these conditional tech cost reductions. No other nation that I'm aware of can get negative 20% tech cost just from religion. You get minus 10% from loyal Dimi, minus 10% from the from negative piety. So minus 10% there, minus 10% from the Dimi, and then situationally, if you have high diplomatic, high diplo point rulers, then you can get the scholarly Islamic Center for Scholarly Learning decision, which gives you an extra minus 5. So you can actually have negative 25% tech costs as a Sunni. It's pretty damn good. So, all right, like I said, we're going to get the Dimi loyal. I'm just going to have to just not even look at it, right? The cost is just whatever it is. Every province controlled by the Dimi will gain local autonomy. Ugh. Just do it. It's fine. 159 Diplo points. Exciting. You guys like it? Shall we take it? Let's take it. $330 for admin tech. I think we got to take that now as well. Now, as far as military tech goes, I don't think I actually need that yet. No, that's not true. The Ottomans did just take it. They took it on cue. I was hoping that I could avoid taking it, because I don't need it to win the war, in favor of finishing off my idea group. If I finish off my idea group, then the tech will be cheaper. But there's no guarantee that the Dimi will still be loyal, and I don't want to keep my piety at negative 100 all the time, or like really have to focus on it. So I think I might just take the tech. Also, I've been saving my military points instead of finishing the idea group because there's a chance, if my current ruler does die, then our Sultana, the next 7 years, we've got a Sultana with idea cost reduction. I think we take the tech now. What is the date of the Mandate of Heaven DLC? This is a very suitable, or it's a powerful tech. This is where we finally have infantry can flank range of 2 now, because we'll have plus 100% infantry flanking range. Yeah, I think I'll just go take the tech. Is it the 6th? Okay. Okay. Alright, well, we officially will have imperialism probably like in 1 day. So let's wait a second and see what happens. Actually, it might take the monthly tick before that happens. Are you looking to actually invade me over here, sir? Please avoid coming here. We're gonna hide in Steermark then, behind the river. Just in case. Steam Source says April 6th. Alright, 64% chance we take that fort. Let's go ahead and take some of these forts, please. 1, 2, 3, go. Defender's Desert. Damn it. Well, that one fell, at least. Another level 2 fort over there, and we got a level 1 fort here. Let's take the level 1 fort first, it'll be easier. My goal for today, my hope, is that because we have the Imperialism CV, we'll be able to get a lot done in today's session. So we're spying on the Netherlands, mostly for the tech cost reduction, which we don't need anymore. I'll still try to get one more claim on him. I've got 2 right now, so we got to go up to 30. I was spying on Galray for the same reason. I can't fabricate on anything else, so I think we just stop spying on him now. In favor of probably spying on the Ottomans so we can start trying to mess with them a little bit. Also, Russia is not going to be as difficult as the Ottomans. They're at 444% war score cost. Actually, let's see. What are the Ottomans at now? Alright, 782%. So they're significantly cheaper. Still, 8 big wars. France war score cost is 371%. Persia is at 383%. We want to pick the nations that are toppleable. They need to be able to be brought down. France is probably going to be one of them that I just want to mess with, so. Russia's so small. Yeah, they're colonizing. Russian Ob. They're doing their thing, colonizing the Iberian, or the Siberian region. I rolled a few generals. I had to, because I was at the military point cap at one point. I got pretty lucky with my ruler, 343. We have a 3531. My ruler actually ended up getting a very good trait. I've never had this one, actually, before, and I didn't even realize it existed. Tactical Genius, +1 land leader maneuver. So I added that to my spreadsheet for general calculators. And, yeah, so we have 2 guaranteed pips right now. One from Defensive Ideas, one from our ruler, which means that with 65 army tradition, we actually can roll some kind of not horrible generals. They're kind of not horrible. Let's just leave it at that. Still no rivals, though, unfortunately, so I'm not getting any power projection, which just makes me sad. Got pretty good eyes on most of his army. So I'm pretty sure that I can move forward rather aggressively here. Although I'd prefer to do it with a leader. Tell you what, before we do that, let's just push forward a little bit further first. And again, I need like, it was like 8. Well, actually, I should check now because with administrative efficiency, the war score cost is going to be a lot less. Maybe I don't have to get to 90 anymore. It's probably only like 70, actually. All right, well, in 20 some days, 60 some days, when we get a diplomat back, we'll try it. What is the yellow text in the corner for? That's the name of the current song that's playing. We're using a playlist of music from a bunch of different Paradox titles for variety. And so sometimes people want to know, because they've never heard the song before, where it comes from. So I've got Victoria 2, Hearts of Iron 3, EU3, you know, games that you may have never played before, and you might want to know where the song comes from. Okay. Oh, also, something I failed to mention is that I suddenly made a subject. Bob's Dog Sleds exists now. You guys weren't here, so I named him myself. It's Bob's Dog Sleds, and they are... Their adjective is freezing. Also, I think I had one other one as well. When I fully annexed Scotland, so I've got Bob's Exiled Scots. And I gave them an adjective breezy, you know, because they wear kilts. And that's basically what's going on. There it is. Bam! That's what we're looking for. We have gained the Imperialism CB against everyone. We've also gained nationalism against people and things. They will be better off in our glorious empire. Take these things. 421 more. Okay. So, anyone ready for some imperialism wars? I think we should try to wrap up the thing with the Ottomans first, but... Suffering some attrition with this army. Apparently Persia's defender of the Shia faith. He's got a 331, a 433. He's on Tech 23 like me. And he does have better military ideas than I do. He's got 10% discipline right now. He's got full offensive, full innovative. So he can have the siege pip policy. Not that that really matters for combat, but... His troops are pretty strong. Where I've beaten him is just in having better deployments. I've been abusing the bug where the armies deploy inappropriately, so... Just still trying to push forward. That is a level 4 fort. Gotta get started on it someday. We have the ticking war score going in my favor. If I can get him down to low enthusiasm and like 50 war score, maybe it'll be enough that I can piece out a little bit earlier. We'll see. I'm still holding off on the ideas until I get close to the point cap again. I don't see a huge value in finishing defensive ideas ahead of time. If I can get extra monarch points via that idea cost reduction, that'd be nice. I mean, it's still like 1,600 points to finish, so... Now this is a guy with siege, so he's gonna go over to Sugla. We got fish and naval supplies somewhere. Cool. Need a diplomat. Diplomat, please. Savoy doing a good job making these guys take a lot longer to siege these back. 40 days. It's decent. I suppose at this point we will move in and try to put some pressure on these provinces, even though they'll probably just come and relieve them. God, 92%? Really? How many times are we going to fail that damn siege? You can see there clearly that the strait is blockaded right now. Let's carry that army forward anyway. See if maybe he'll give me a window to cross it. An admiral is no longer serving us. That's fine. That appears to be the entirety of his troops. He's got 90, 125, plus another 12 is 137,000. And according to the ledger, his total army size is 147. So there's like maybe 20 more thousand, or I just counted wrong, but that looks like his entire force. Main thing I need is to get onto his capital. That would give him like no enthusiasm at all. There must be a naval battle going on right now. Ongoing battles. Yes. Yeah, he's slowly losing heavies though. He started the war with 18, now he's down to 8. So... I don't really have a particularly good navy. I've not kept up on it. I've got 8 heavies somewhere. I don't have a particularly good navy, he says, with 1,500 ships. I've got 10 times as many ships as he does, but I don't have a particularly good navy. They're all about the trade protection mostly. All right, there's our diplomat. He's on low enthusiasm. This is still showing 89 war score. Or 89 peace offer value. That's interesting. I would have assumed that the war score cost was going to go down with my administrative efficiency. The total war score cost did go down, but... Huh. If all the individual provinces should have just come down in cost, then why didn't the total cost go down? It's still 89. Oh, because I'm giving it to the Mamluks, it costs more? No, it's showing Ryukyu's province war score modifier minus 1.59, and my administrative efficiency is applying to it. They're using the Mamluks tech for the cost reduction? Interesting. Well, I've already declared it using Reconquest, so I'm not going to take it for myself. I don't want to pay the Diplo points. Okay, well that's kind of disappointing. I suppose... I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of the capital, and I don't think that this army is going to be able to punch through that. So we might not be able to get all of the Mamluks in this one war, but we don't really have to. I think we just take... I think I'm actually going to wrap the war up pretty soon. I want to start declaring my imperialism wars, and getting to 90 is going to be difficult. When you feed toxic cores to a vassal to integrate them, does it lower the cost when integrating the land? Well, a toxic core is toxic regardless of whether you're coring it yourself or you're integrating it diplomatically. So, for example, if your average monarch point cost per development is like 5, for example, due to modifiers, and you have a toxic core, then it's going to be more expensive. Either way you integrate it. You are still better off using diplomatic integration usually because it's cheaper on average than administrative integration. Well, it's disappointing that the Mamluks have, they're behind on tech. They are on 22, 22, 22. I wonder if I had maybe released him now and then forced him to have that tech, if that would have worked better. But I'm leaning toward ending the war at like maybe 50 war score. We'll try to get this 92% siege, maybe the capital siege over here. But beyond that, like this negative 64% and this other one over here, granted it's a level 2, so it'll fall very quickly, but I'm not thinking he's going to let me cross the strait. I think I might have some royal marriages that I can use right now. Alright, let's give this one more chance to fire. Nice. Cool. Go occupy and besiege every other fort that we can reach. I think that's about it as far as like what I can get on. And while that event's popped up, I'm going to go check on my subjects, see if there's any royal marriages I still need. No, I don't think I can get any royal marriages with these guys. So there's like nothing I can do. Nothing I can do with these, this legitimacy. Is there anything else we can spend legitimacy on? I don't think so. Is Arissa still alive? No, I integrated him. He's gone. There's one in the Autoderp indent into the Asian mainland. I can't reach that one. If you're talking about this. If you're talking about this one, we're already on the march there. I'm going to just take this. Well, I guess I should just leave it up, because who knows, maybe some other bad event will happen. I don't know. Well, I'm going to apply some more pressure here. Inca cedes a lot of land to France. Doesn't really matter to me. Got a naval battle of some sort, probably, happening right now. Somewhere. Yep. course, France is a 544. I mean, why wouldn't he? May the 7th. And that battle is something I would like to avoid, if at all possible. May the 10th, May the 9th. Let's just leave. How long until this fella actually gets there? So on the 13th, we'll have another occupation to put occupied and besieged provinces. And I think that's going to probably be the point where we just peace out. Clergy interaction. That's a good idea. No. I don't need the tech cost reduction anymore, so we might as well impose a religious tax. Then again, there is value in having them above 60, but I don't have any issues with unrest right now. All my modifiers for like reduced local autonomy have dropped off. I'm just gonna take the money. All right. Go to the 13th. We have 47 war score. I think now is just the most appropriate time to wrap it up. Definitely want to take the 2 forts so we don't have to siege those again. And then from there, probably want to make him have an exclave so that he is a sad panda. We've got negative 50 reasons for this land. Don't need to take Algarbia. Cairo was the fort. Ottomans have enough income, they're probably never going to mothball their forts. Let's find out what he's willing to agree to so we know what we have to work with. 51, will you agree to a 52? It's difficult to find a 52. No. Okay, so I can get 51 peace deal war score right now. 51 war score peace deal right now. What do you guys think? I turned off regional names. Cultural names. People were saying I have a hard time pronouncing stuff, so it's true. What's the war score cost for Cairo? Oh, did I miss Cairo? Crap. Yeah, Cairo's a fort. We need Cairo. Well, it's nowhere near as much as I would have liked, but it does technically give him an exclave because he won't have access through here. He still has sea tile access, and he could theoretically just go all the way around Africa to get to it, but he's cut off. I suppose we could take, instead of these 3, I could take something over here if there's better provinces or something. Alright, I'm just gonna go away. Okay, well, he's not developed these at all. There's no buildings on them, so I guess I don't really want that land back. Barely built buildings on any of this stuff. Really? Oh my god, there's no buildings anywhere. Like the entire country is destitute. Support Mamlukian rebels? That takes a lot of diplomatic investment. You have to spend... I don't even know. It's going to take probably 40 months of a diplomat just sitting there and getting spy network strength. Why not wait for more war score? Because there's only a few other provinces that I can actually easily siege. I can take that fort. That one's going to take a long time. This one's going to take not a long time, but some time. And I'm not going to be able to... My armies are not in a good position to actually take over this northern area, and he's not going to let me cross the strait. So, I'd rather just peace out now, focus on imperialism, attack other people, and come back in 10 years. It's not a big deal. Besides, in 10 years, his ruler might be dead. I really thought that there'd be some buildings in this area, in this land. I would like for the Mamluks to have adjacency to Mercuria. There we go. That looks better to me. Alright, we're gonna take this peace deal. Will this peace deal push their total value below another 100%? So you're talking about the total war score cost multiplier. It's difficult to calculate. I would have to manually add up the provinces that I'm taking. I'm pretty sure my next war with the Ottomans is going to be the bankrupt one. So I just want to get this war done so that we can focus on other things and then come back later when his ruler's dead and bankrupt him. That's my game plan. I think that a 50% war score peace deal is pretty decent considering the amount of time I've been in the war. It's only been December of 84. So, like 3 years against the strongest, the second great power in the world. It's not bad. Okay, we got both these forts down here. Got lots of troops to deal with marching around. I think most of these troops I want to keep in Europe. Ottomans have just lost Defender of the Faith because they lost a war. And now we have imperialism, so we can go crazy. We've already got tech, we don't need to worry about keeping piety negative, although the money is nice. And this has been the main thing that I've been waiting for, really. I can attack anyone that I want now. I don't have to have any claims. Claims are really only going to help me lower my war score cost. And my integration costs. But like, if I want to come up here and just, you know, take care of Manchu, we want to spread our aggressive expansion everywhere. As best we can. I have no truce with Nepal. You know, war score cost of Nepal is 79%, so we just full annex Nepal. Bengal, we have a truce with. I have a truce with all these guys, I think. Gujarat, I have a truce with. Yeah, all of them. But we don't even have to have adjacency to them anymore. We can just declare on anybody. If I wanted to, I could immediately turn around and, in a year here, just declare war on Hejaz, which may end up with an alliance. He dishonored the call when I attacked the Ottomans, so they might re-up their alliance. If not, Hejaz is a prime target. Congo, I think, is a good target for me right now. I do have 60 land force limit available. Get another stack up here. And I want to get this army, I think, near Netherlands. Allied to Sweden, Pomerania. I need a diplomat back so that I can really assess where I want to attack. No truce with Denmark right now. He's only allied to Ravensburg, so Denmark's a pretty good target. Let's move this army up to Nordjylland. Let's get this navy up there. Why is he getting involved too? With imperialism now, Scotland, Korea are dead. Scotland's already gone. I already integrated Scotland. He finished his colonial nation, so I attacked him. Okay, I only need to spy for 1 more month, then I can get my diplomat back from the Netherlands. France is counter-espionaging, which is kind of annoying. I'd rather not spy on someone who's going to do that then. This is an actor. No, this is Arumba. We now have colonialism against the Ottomans because technically these are considered to be colonies. They're overseas now. Alright, so basically we're going to declare a war like every single month now. I do have a little tiny bit of war exhaustion. I could wait 4 months to have that go away. Let's get our final claim on the Netherlands. I am going to be preferring high development provinces now so that I can get a good discount. I'm pretty sure that Sweden is going to defend him. I'd like to wait until there's a window to attack him without him having that extra defense. Probably suffering quite a bit of attrition on the march home. I don't really care though. Just march home, whatever. It's not true, I do care a little bit. Damn it. I can't just let myself suffer attrition. It just feels dirty. Since we have a CB against Conceal, we can clearly see that he has no truce with us. We can always wrap him up. Now, great thing, here's one of the best parts, I think, about imperialism, is that because I can use my CB instead of my subjects' claims, I can take the land myself and then transfer it to my subjects. And by doing that, I actually lower their liberty desire instead of increasing their liberty desire. We could attack Castile right now, we would gain piety, which doesn't matter. Fight Portugal, Hesse. Out of curiosity, if I attacked Portugal, would Castile defend him? No. So it'd be better to attack Portugal first. Separate war. Alright, let's assess. Pretty good, easy war against Denmark. I have no aggressive expansion in this region, so it's a good idea. Norway has 1 subject, 1 colonial nation, Vinlands. If I attacked Norway, I could full annex him. War score cost for Norway is 80%. Just full annex him right now and get a subject. We'd have to fight the Teutons and the Knights. Let's check and make sure that, yes, Sweden is going to defend him. Austria is also going to defend him. Florence has no allies. Another fairly straightforward war there. We attack Naples. I'm assuming France will defend him. Truces with Tlemcen and Tunis. Yes and yes. Mali. Soon it's expiring. No truce with Songhai. It's a war I'd probably like to do soon. We could finish off Kanem-Borno, but he's not really, like, this is not where I should expand, right? I want to spread my aggressive expansion out, but, like, this guy's always going to be stupid and weak and easy. So it's the nations that are not stupid and weak and easy that I should be focusing my efforts on. Persia, Russia, Bukhara, Ottomans, Lithuania, France. We attack France, we have to fight Naples. We want to attack France. We need a lot more troops over here. Any moderators in Twitch chat want to maybe make a poll and just see what Twitch chat thinks we should do as far as where we should attack? I like the idea of Denmark because it's upstream from the trade node that I want to move into, and he's got no real allies. Ravensburg doesn't really count as an ally, I think. Starting off with a big war with France might be an option. There's no way he's got mothballed forts, right? Oh my god, he's got mothballed level 6 forts. Not many, but I saw 2. Look, right there. 1 and 2. It's difficult to reach. Can't get to that one at all, actually. But I do have adjacency to his capital, so it'd be very easy to get imperialism, like just siege down his capital and be there. Can I even get to that one? Yes, we can march from Vaud into there. So it's only one. It's one level 6 fort that is mothballed right now. It is true. You're right. France has aggressive expansion already, where Denmark doesn't. I think getting up into this culture group up here is a good idea. Getting some aggressive expansion. I think Denmark's the more appropriate target. Yes, France is appealing. Hey, he's got 2 mothballed forts right now. Maybe he'll change which ones are mothballed. No, his capital fort's not mothballed. They never, ever, ever mothball their capital fort. Under no circumstance will the AI turn off the fort on their capital. Not to my knowledge. Alright, let's just do a quick appraisal of... I mean, Denmark's got like a level 1 fort in his capital. He's so pathetically weak. It's easier. It's in a culture group that we don't have any aggressive expansion with. He's got 11k troops. He's on tech 21. He's 2 behind me. This is the most appropriate target for sure. So, let's get started with this war deck then. And the heavies are on their way up. Once they get up there, we'll be able to get onto Sealand very easily. Can we get access to here? Not unless I ask for military access through Austria. Might end up happening automatically. We'll wait and see. Stupid attrition. I think I'm losing more men on my march home. No, that's not true. I trained 60k troops, that's why. Does he even have a navy? It's got 1 ship. 1 ship blockading my ability to get out of his capital right now. Tell you what, we don't even need more men. Let's just bring these transports back over to kill that. Get started on the siege of his capital. Yes, we do need to start a war pretty much every month. So that's 1 war. I think the next war, just for the sake of declaring a war every month, will probably be Portugal. Because I want to isolate Portugal from Castile. I don't need his land, really. I just don't want him to be part of the war with Castile. If he's part of the war with Castile, I've got to go siege down his capital fort on an island, which is annoying. So probably just end up full annexing him anyway, just to make him not be a problem anymore. Main reason why he even exists anymore is because I released him. I didn't want to deal with his, I didn't want to deal with the overextension at that point. Yeah, I am all for straw polls. I just don't really want to set it up right now. So if a moderator could set up a straw poll for me, I would appreciate it. I mean, put all the major targets out there. France, Russia, Naples, Persia, Sweden, Teutons, Denmark, Well, we're already at war with Denmark. Brandenburg, you know, Lithuania, etc. Did I say Russia? I may have. We got Vepzidu resub for 2 months. Thank you for your resub. Okay, this navy will be here on the 2nd. We can't declare another war yet. I've got 2 diplomats. I don't need 2, I think. Well, that's not true. I think I'm just going to keep the diplomats free for the most part, so that I can declare more wars and stuff. Russia, probably somebody that I would like to be able to. Congo is another war that I wouldn't mind declaring, but he's easy. I mean, he's not a target I really need to focus on. Blamo96, thank you for your subscription. At this point, I need to spend my diplomats on 2 major things. Number 1, fabricate on really, really high development provinces so that I can cheapen the integration cost. Number 2, spend my diplomats building up spy networks so that I can sow discontent and sabotage reputation. So, targets for that are going to be people that are annoying, like Russia, Ottomans, Lithuania, etc. Or people that are, like, vulnerable to rebels. Maybe Ming. I mean, I could get a claim on his capital. Yeah, it seems like an appropriate guy to get a claim on. It's a 36 development province, and I do want to attack Ming pretty soon. Let me know, Hendrik, when that straw poll looks like it's got a pretty good turnout. There is a straw poll in chat, guys, if you want to go vote on it right now. Okay, our ships are in position. Let's leave behind... I'm actually going to leave behind a cannon, because this is a stack with too few... the other thing. Want to pull the 2332 over as well. We can get him on the Sealand siege. Oh, nice. He's leaving his capital. Excellent. In that case, I'll just go siege it. He might try to cross this strait. He's got guaranteed access because he controls both sides right now, but as soon as we siege down one of these provinces, he won't have that. Alright, we can officially declare another war. Let's check the straw poll. 300 votes. What do we got? Select all that apply. Interesting. Lots of people want to direct... Russia. Did I say Russia? I may have, and also Russia. Okay, that's a lot of people that want me to immediately jump on France, huh? Well, let's every month we'll check to see if he changes which forts he has mothballed. He is a target. See, he turned that fort on, actually. He is a target with whom I would prefer to have a little bit of an advantage on. Alright. In absence of a clear target against France here, I'm just going to declare my war against Castile to make him suffer 25 prestige hit, and also isolate Portugal from him. It's not only a prestige hit, it's also a diplomatic reputation hit these days, so that means that he is going to not be a happy camper. I see he's trying to be annoying. Some of this army should head down to Makuria. It's another guy we could attack. It's not really an important target, but... So he decided against it, huh? Good. So we'll just casually siege him down then. Do we have access to here? We do. We have military access through France now. Don't really want a 15-year truce with Ravensburg, but I don't need to not have a 15-year truce with Ravensburg. I really just need to get him not wanting to be in the war. Got a level 4 fort, which requires 16 cannons. I think we send this guy. Sure. Just go over there, put some pressure on him. He's thinking about it again. What a jerk. This time he's actually locking into it. Okay, well. There goes all my overextension. I've been waiting on administrative efficiency to core a lot of this land. This army needed to get moved as well. I think we put this army over by
Nothing to
the French on the north. Let's actually put this army adjacent to France's capital. Shiroi Gaijin, Noltz99, Blamo96, all of you as well, thank you for your subs. It's very kind, very generous. Okay. Our war deck timer right now is about the middle of each month, so we've just declared our war on Portugal. I do want to get started on that siege. That navy's tied up. That navy is... Could take this army over there. No, I'd prefer for it to just be here. Alright, if I attacked Castile, now that we've... Well, it's about the 15th. It might be a little bit later than that now. Every now and then we're going to have to miss one. There it is. It's the 21st. Alright, Hesse. Inside the Empire, Castile will actually honor that call. Okay, so we can't do anything about Hesse. But now would be a good time, I think, to attack Castile, depending on aggressive expansion in this region. I mean, France is going to pick some up anyway, but he's still the only guy with any at the moment. Total war score cost for Castile is too much. But we could take a good chunk out of him. I don't have any troops in position to siege him down right now. Unfortunately, what's-his-face is not loyal. Catalonia's still a bit of a problem. I'm gonna have to build up some of his forts, I think. Try to get him to be not solvent. They cheat a little bit. They don't pay full maintenance. When they're at peace, they're allowed to cheat, even though they really shouldn't be able to. Okay. So the poll says France. I don't want to attack France while he's got all of his forts unmothballed. He's got ideas that make him difficult, right? He's France, so he's got discipline +5, land morale of armies +20. He's got full offensive, which I don't. I have no offensive ideas. He's got full quantity. So, I mean, his troops, it's going to be like fighting the Ottomans. I'd like to fight him when I have an edge. He's also stronger than the Ottomans in one way, which is that he's got level 6 forts instead of the Ottomans level 2. So unless I can, have my entire army adjacent to him, or he's got a bunch of forts that I can snipe. I don't want to declare war on France right away. Now I do have military access through France at the moment, or I did. This army somehow punched through. I'm leaning towards just getting this war with Castile going. He's got a level 4 mothballed fort here. You're disloyal, so I can't train troops there. Alright, this army needs to come down and be the one to take care of that fort there. Alright, it's going to take me at least a month then to be able to declare war on Castile. Who else do we declare on instead? Truce with you. Truce here. No truce with Ethiopia. No armies down here, though. Makarai. Something to do. Makes the Jazz weaker. Allows me to feed some land to the Mamluks. Sounds good to me. He's currently defending... Nope, that's his army. Perfect. You just spread out and get armies around all over the planet. And I've got to remember that I'm at war with Portugal as well. That should just be a level 1 fort, right? Let's take half the cannons then. We're still exiled. Where? We're here? Okay. Of course I get black flagged by declaring there. Of course I do. I declared war while we were in land that we didn't have military access to, that's why. Derp. Should have waited till we had arrived. We were actually on track to be there on time, too. Oh well. Not a big deal. That's not going to be what makes or breaks the campaign, I think. Supply here okay? It should be. Close. Spread out. Okay, next month then, or rather this month, on like the 22nd or somewhere around there is when we're going to declare on the Castilians. Ideally, there we go. 59-day siege of his capital. Great. That's 63 war score because of Ravensburg. And glorious 0 dip point cost annexation. How's the aggressive expansion look? That's another real question. Things I have claims on are definitely higher priority. Got a fort on Gotland. Don't have to take Sealand. I could wait till I have a claim on it. I have to siege it down again, though. Why doesn't it cost any dip? Because we have imperialism now. I mean, I could take his capital. It's not blocking me from doing that. I'm just wondering if I really want to pay for it right now. Later on in the game, we're going to have even more of the annexation reduction, the what's it called, administrative efficiency, and I could get a claim on it. And we don't need it. Like, main thing here is just keep on breaking people up, get some aggressive expansion in this cultural group, and move on to the next war. So I'm thinking I don't take his capital. Danish capital does have 2 trade things. That is part of... No, it is 1. Well, it's got... No, it's got 1. It's a very strong one. One of the reasons why I wanted to attack Denmark in the first place was A, he was weak, B, he was upstream of the node that I want to move into. But now looking at it, 35 development with no claim. I should probably just take it. Not taking his capital lets you take more war score for less aggressive expansion since you don't shift his capital and each province has 5 war score base. So you're saying in general you get more value on your first war from not taking the capital? Capital plus 7 war score cost. Yeah, I can see where if you have to declare like 6 wars against someone, if you take their capital in each war, then every time you're shifting that capital war score cost around, you're increasing the total war score cost of the lands that you're conquering. That's a decent argument to not take it then. I mean, technically, I could full annex him, but I would have to siege down this guy, and I don't really want to get there. Alright. That's 2 reasons, then, to not do it. So I'm going to just not do it. We'll take it next time. And we'll annul his alliance. The reason I'm taking war ups is for the prestige. I'm actually a little bit down on prestige right now. I think I had to placate Savoy in order to get him to help me against the Ottomans. I had to spend 40 prestige. I also built a bunch of forts in his land so that I don't have to spend prestige on him anymore. I want to keep my prestige as close to 100 as I can. Let's check aggressive expansion and see how that played out. We have hopefully a little bit... Yep, just a little bit of aggressive expansion with this cultural group. A little bit of aggressive expansion over here in this region. We're about to get our monthly, or rather our annual AE reduction tick. 3.5 yearly. Want to get our prestige up even higher so we can increase that. Still looking to declare war on Castile and potentially France, depending on his fort's situation. Every month we're going to check. He did have them, a couple of them mothballed, so he's potentially going to mothball them again. My religion is still Sunni. Hasn't changed in a long time. No truce with Nepal. No AE in this region. Sold. Nepal only has a level 1 capital fort, so he'll be very easy to beat down. I wanted to get an army up near Manchu. I think I did. I ferried a much too large army up there. Yeah. We have no diplomat to declare war with right now anyway. Between the peace deals and the war decks, I'm probably only going to have room for 1 diplomat to actually be building up spy network. We'll keep the guy going on Ming, but... Mamluks are eager to help out. Now here's a question. Can I transfer control of a province to a subject and still take it for 0 dip? Or do I have to take it myself? Because if I have to take it myself, then I need to time some pieces in so that I can transfer stuff to subjects. No, I have not decided all my subjects. We have access to client states now as well, although I don't think you can do that while you're at war. Yeah, so I will have to interject some pieces of periods of peace. I'm at 6 out of 6 relations right now, so I can't do a client state yet. But as soon as we finish our next idea group, defensive ideas, we can activate a policy to go up to 7 out of 7. Because I have Bornholm now, I do have the ability to get a claim on Danzig, which I would like. Don't need the claim, but I can take the land. I could just attack the Teutons. Norway, Pomerania, Naples. It's a way to isolate Naples from France. As always, we need a diplomat back so that I can actually appraise the situation. I feel like the game is just still not running well. I can't seem to get it to be crisp and good, like I normally have it. Maybe I'm just getting too late into the campaign and it's starting to affect its ability to run. I suppose it's possible. This is, not too many men for the French region. I mean, I'm gonna have troops on this side, I'm gonna have troops on this side, I've got troops that are gonna be on this side. Suppose I could try to get one of these over there. Yeah, let's have you come down to there. And these transports can go take care of that job. So right now we have 2 wars going on. They're just little derpy wars, just something to do. I want to see here if I can actually give this land to the Mamluks. Also, I would like to put a siege guy in charge now. I think we can declare war on the Castilians right now. We will arrive there on the 19th. And I'm pretty sure we should be able to get there on time. Malwa broke their alliance with Bengal. Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. They keep on allying each other over there in India and being really annoying. People were saying that if I released Portugal, he would have a level 8 fort on his capital. Nope. He's just sitting there with a little tiny derpy thing. So we get there on the 19th. I think we can declare this war now. Bremen and the Knights both dishonor the call, weakening everyone. It's glorious in the eyes of God, as expected. Hesse is going to join, which is not a big deal. Pretty sure that 10 days is enough to move that province, so let's go ahead and declare the war now. If I have to, I'll force march. I'd really prefer not to, though. Double dishonor. We're there on the 30th without forced march. Excellent. I didn't even realize I'd... Oh, right. That's an old corps that I'd started, and now I've declared war on Castile. Okay. We don't necessarily need to release real tags. Creating client states can be a good option as well. The only real reason to use an existing tag is if they have lots of cores, but even then, I'm still pretty much just going to use imperialism, so it doesn't really matter. You know, the only real advantage to using the cores of an existing nation is that they get lower autonomy in the land, which makes your subject slightly stronger, which is good sometimes, but also can be bad. You know, what if it makes them have high liberty desire? I mean, when I integrate them, they're still going to have horrible autonomy in every province anyway, so once you get access to client states, you don't really need to worry about it too much. Castile has 11k troops. Well, 7k infantry of their own, 1k cav, no cannons. Spread out a little bit. It's like France is maybe thinking to declare war on Castile. Look at that huge army he's parking over there, suffering attrition. That's probably why he turned his forts on. If he's thinking to declare war on Castile, then he will have all of his forts on and be building up maintenance for a month or two. I think we're going to see a war deck from him in a moment. And actually, I think rather than doing those sieges, I'd rather just get started on the siege of his capital. We've arrived on time. This army does not need to be here. I declare war yet. Castile's got a navy out here. He's also got these provinces over here, which he should probably take over. He's still colonizing my lands. What a little dummy. Honestly, that siege leader does not need to be there. No idea where he's actually hidden his army. It might be in one of these two provinces. I guess we're about to find out. His capital would be a pretty reasonable location. But nope, nothing. It's fine. No change with France. Still has all of his forts on. Okay, I am currently 40% overextended since I didn't take his capital. Take just a little bit of time to core that stuff. I hate how you can't even... I want to look at the wars. I want to see who I'm allowed to attack. Same defensive network there. Gallery's a no. East Frisia, not interested in that. Brandenburg, headed by the Emperor and no one else. Not a horrible idea. Interesting. I can force Austria to dishonor a defensive call, making everyone in the Empire hate him. He'll lose 25 prestige, 1 Diplo rep.
Thanks for all the entertainment you provide.
Thank you for being here. 2-month resub. East Frisia is a little easy target, no big deal. Bavaria, don't care about that. This might be a good war just to weaken the Emperor. Again, I have coring range on the Teutons. Pomerania declines. Attacking the Emperor directly looks like a bad idea. Is he allied to France? Huh, France is guaranteeing Austria. We try to get our piety back negative a little bit further. I've declared four piety increasing wars so far. Mixing in a few that actually benefit me could be nice. Then again, I could also go positive piety for the next 10 years because we're ahead of time on tech. We could just take advantage of the morale of armies, which could be kind of nice. Yes, I can break alliances. A great power. That's a good point. Is there any person we could try to use that on right now that would like really be valuable? France is only protected by Naples, so would Naples accept a break alliance? No. Can you use threaten war with imperialism? Well, I can't even check because we're at war. Still don't see France as a good target at the moment. I'm leaning towards the Bohemia war deck. He's a tech behind. Making Austria weak is appealing to me. There's nothing I can do over here except for Nepal. Which isn't horrible. You get that started. Senmi's loyal, so it'd give him something to do. You still need the claim to do threaten war? Okay. Well, there's still situational times I can imagine threaten war could be useful to me. Let's say I'm going to declare war on target A, and I know target B is going to come into the war, but I don't plan on co-belligerenting him. I should threaten war anyway, just to... I'm going to have a truce with the guy no matter what. Might as well threaten the target B before declaring on target A, and
love your
just,
stuff.
You know.
Keep it going.
The Dark Bacon and Camerup. Thank you for your subs. Yeah, we're going to do this one. Single siege pip guy's not being used. This is one of my single siege pip guys. 2 siege pip guys in the other area. There's his army. He must have merked up or just trained it. Yes, threaten war makes people leave coalitions and you don't actually have to, you can threaten people who are in a coalition and they'll just cave and leave the coalition. If they're scared of you. Even though they know that they've got the coalition to back them up, they still assess it on a individual basis. I wanted to establish a blockade there. I was going to do that with this army. Actually, this navy here might be able to do it for me. Finish another core. We're now positive piety. I mean, just like that, we're already at positive 25. Okay, there's the level 4 fort. We'll just transfer it to Catalonia directly, and let's actually check and see. With imperialism. Yes, beautiful. With imperialism, I can take land, give it to my subjects. I don't have to be at peace to do the transfer thing. Although, giving them the land directly is going to annoyingly make them very, very disloyal. 2 siege pip guys now available. Let's do our peace deal here. You get that blockade in place. Stack wipe is good. 2 siege pip guys already on his way back, so let's pull the 1 siege pip guy out. This navy is going to come down here to blockade the Castilian capital. This guy can stay here. This army that's about to get dropped off is going to suffer attrition. I'm going to auto-invade this province with the 2-2. Then we just ignore Portugal for now. Looks like my subjects take care of the blockade anyway. It's time to declare another war. 2 siege pips. The Kingdom of Might has spoiled me. This is true. I mean, the generals in that campaign are absolutely crazy. Still can't declare a war. Okay. Wouldn't mind attacking Funge. Just gotta keep on looking for targets with no allies. Don't need any of these troops near the Ottomans for quite a while, so many of these troops I think need to continue to get ferried. I actually have a straight crossing here, so how about this army marches down to near Ethiopia. You guys shuffle into there. You guys cross over to there. You guys go to there, and you guys can go to there. The world conquest begins. I mean, this is where it all just really speeds up. People don't really realize. It's so funny when you look at the subreddit, the EU4 subreddit. People are like, you know, they're looking at the game and it's like 1550, and they're like, "Do I have time for world conquest?" I don't know. Are you going to play to the end of the game? Because if yes, then probably. It's world conquest is more of a logistics game than anything. It's any nation can do it, as evidenced by the fact that we're on track to do it with Ryukyu. If any nation can do it, then yes, you're probably on track for world conquest. Jumper became a vassal of Oirat. Fascinating. Check forts in France. I still feel like he's gearing up for something with this whole stack sitting here suffering attrition. 4% attrition every month. There we go. Truce with Mali and Hijaz. This is land that I can transfer and have the Ottoman or the Mamluks integrate. It's a shame that he's not on Admin Tech 23. Got some issues with unrest. Ooh, look at that war exhaustion. Yuck. But I've only fed him a tiny bit of overextension. I can also take some of the land myself. Like I can be a custodian of Mecca. That kind of thing. It's crime against Allah. I think that we do need to declare another crime against Allah war. And we have a sizable army right here, so... Persia's declared a war. Then again, the more wars I stack up with positive piety, the stronger I'll be against the people that I really need the morale of armies against. So perhaps it's a bad idea. I can never make up my mind, can I? You're right. I know we have no truce with Mutapa. I don't think I have an army down there. I pulled almost everybody up for the Ottomans. But Betsa Misraka is loyal, so he'll probably take care of it for me. We'll declare on him. This army should probably get over into position near the French border now that that's taken care of. Like this, once the siege is done, this whole war is done, that'll be where we want to be. Ba-bum. Okay, we've already declared a war. So I can't declare a war this month, but I can still do a peace this month with this diplomat. Let's take a look at Castile's situation. That's right, Hesse. We want to try to knock him out. Don't have access to him. The only person I could find that I could attack to make Austria weaker was Bohemia. I think we're probably going to go for a full annexation of Castile right now. Alright, we'll take your colonies. Let's check to see if there's like a concede colonial region. No. This little bastard's been colonizing like crazy. Too far away to give to Catalonia, so I'll have to take Canarias myself. No forts there, right? No. Trier is Hesse. If I'm going to try to do a full peace deal on this guy, I'm going to have to knock out Hesse, and I don't want to do that. Might need to just scale back this war a little bit. Leave all the islands and crap, you know, just kick him out of this area. Maybe leave his capital and one extra province so he can't move his capital. And then just come back for that later. Like that idea. Leave him with these two. Yeah, let's just reset it. Let's take all of his mainland stuff. I need to transfer that. Wait a couple days here. Can attack Hassa now. Your siege pip guy needs to go somewhere else now. Okay, we got a war with Castile, we got a war with Portugal. Mutapa is being dealt with by Betsamisraka, Nepal. Do I care about the 2 siege pip guy over here? I guess so. You could speed it up pretty substantially, I think. Although that war is going to resolve itself pretty quickly. Asa and Hejaz are both eligible targets right now. Asa's Shia, so I can gain some more piety from that war deck. Of course, he's got a mothballed fort, because he's an idiot. If I could get my army up to there. Apparently I have military access through Hassa right now. Excellent. Hassa's allied to Persia, though. Maybe not forever, though. Yeah, this would be maybe an idea. I could knock out Hassa and then just have him isolated from Persia. Persia gets a little bit weaker. Persia's going to be, you know, a little bit of a problem. He's allied to Russia, and picking him apart would be nice. Can't you form Malia for the Spice Islands achievement, then scroll back to Ryukyu? I can do that at the end of the campaign, too. I don't have to do it now. Okay. I'll take as many of the islands as I can. I don't want to take anything that's going to cause me overextension. Because this is just, I don't want to pay for that. But, like, if he'll give me other stuff, we'll take it. One of these is still an existing, like a colony that's being built. A little bit of AE, no problem. Get our prestige up a little bit higher. Let's get this done. Is this going to allow anyone else to defend or do anything weird? I don't think so. I think we're good to take this as now. Congrats, Catalonia. Intentionally leaving him with 2 provinces so that he can't move his capital. He won't have enough money to build a capital fort, and I just want to make it easy to deal with that in the future. The auto invasion of Portugal is going fine. So we've got 1 province minor, and then Nepal. So we got like really, really easy wars right now. And I can't declare war for a bit. Kind of thinking about attacking Manchu. There's no AE over here. Lots. So much to pay attention to on this map. Looks like we've attacked the Portuguese. Great Horde has accepted an offer of regiments. Who's the Great Horde fighting? Defender against Persia. Yikes, that looks bad from his perspective. Great Horde dishonored the call when I attacked him. As soon as that army gets up there, declare on Hassa. So since we're waiting on that army's movement, we could declare instead on Funj, who is Shia. Ooh, weaken Ethiopia. Look at that, 8k debt, 7,000 debt. Lovely. We'll attack this little derp down here, Inare. Suddenly, piety went from negative 100 to positive 75 in no time at all. Truce with Sweden is up. Make sure I didn't pick up any things that cause overextension. I did not. Good. Now, France might take this land over. Would be kind of annoying. We could always attack him first. Multiple rolling wars, and I'm not eligible to have any rivals because, you know, there's just no eligible rivals out there. But I don't think any of these wars require my attention. As I expected, Betsimisaraka is going to take care of Mutapa Siege. Then this area over here is being dealt with. There's another negative piety war if we need it in the future. Yeah, you're right. There's more value to having subjects, just that they will have claims, which, again, claims aren't really necessary anymore now that we have imperialism, but it is still good to have. They lower the core time, they lower the core cost, lower autonomy in the province. A lot of good benefits to it. I want to make Austria weak. I want to make... Ooh, Bavaria is no longer willing to defend. That's even more tempting now. East Frisia, -20 reasons for war exhaustion. But he's at peace right now. I have adjacency to him. Where did that damn transport go? Here it is. Let's grab you. You guys are in the Côte d'Argent. I want to put you here. That's a very tempting war. Do that real quick. Snipe East Frisia. Knock him out of the war. Focus on Bohemia. That weakens Austria. And of course we can take some of the coastline from Bohemia. We've got room for it. Bohemia is behind on tech. I'll need quite a few more troops though to take him on. And I don't have any good, like, landing ground here. On the other hand, we tank Brandenburg. Just looking for people that he's allied to that he might not defend. Any prince, aside from his rival? Bavaria. So I could declare on Bohemia, then declare on Bavaria, and then that just -50 prestige for Austria. Knocks him down to -20. Could be good. Alright, how goes this thing here? Sieging him down, decent. Utapa's being occupied. We've got that in position. I don't really have any wars that are challenging right now. What the hell is this? Nepal actually has a decent army. Surprising. Oh, Guj is a little bit bigger than I expected. Asa, when do you get where you're supposed to be? June the 11th. About a month to go on that war deck. I mean, I've got to declare another war, so let's just declare war on somebody. It's a positive, it's a negative piety war deck, but it'll be an easy war. We can feed the land to the Mamluks. You know, that's the war. Done. Fire and forget. And it takes care of the monthly war deck. So, what we want to see. Bohemia is currently fighting against somebody. Venice? He's attacking Salzburg or something? France has declared war on Quito. That explains why he's had his forts turned on and why he's being an idiot. He's trying to, like, get his army down to South America. That's why he's got his army in the southwest corner of his country, because he's like, go to South America. And they're like, okay, we'll do our best, boss. What a dummy. You warmonger, let the people of Europe in peace? No, it's a world conquest. It's time. This is what you wait for. This is why you wait until the late game. This navy doesn't necessarily... it should be there for blockades, darn it. Can't declare war yet, so I guess we're just gonna let some time pass. Keep the diplomats free for peace deals and war decks. Kebab, yeah. Kebab's gonna be the most difficult, or most annoying, rather, to annex. Hopefully France marches his like entire army down to South America. Also, don't let me forget that at some point we should probably start declaring some of these imperialism wars over here. I had waited on that for this whole time. Dutch Columbia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he finishes these 2 colonies, he'll have us another colonial nation in this region for me. Beautiful. 2 colonial nations from France that will probably just integrate via Conquest. So Hassa then. That's the war right now, I think. Let's force this guy to break his alliance with Hassa. Persia's defender the Shia faith. Damn. So still able to defend him because of that nonsense. Great. Is there some other Shia that I can attack to isolate Hassa from Persia? I don't want to fight Persia for Hassa. Let's check the religion map mode. Who else is Shia? Iraq? No. Shervin? I could isolate him this way, but that does make me fight Persia. There's 1 military tech behind. He's already in a war. Perhaps he'll just stop wanting to defend Hassa. He's close. Negative 19 reasons. He would just wait for a bit. It's kind of irritating, but... Okay, need another war deck. We're waiting until the 22nd for this army to land, and then we'll declare. Now this one's gonna be a little bit tricky, because Bohemia's, they're not weak, and I've only got 24k troops up here, but I think we'll be alright. I want to win this siege here so I can get this other transport fleet back. And I want to, again, I want to weaken Austria. Austria's going to protect all these little princes, and it's just annoying. Let's declare a war here. I'm going to take a backup save. It's been a little while since I took one. Okay. Imperialism on Bohemia. Declare war. Get the double dishonor. We wait 1 day. Go smash this guy. Let's actually keep this navy here for the blockade on the capital. We should be able to knock him out within a month. Probably even less, honestly. Let's check on Nepal. 57% chance to take his capital. Don't need to take all of them. Don't need to go for 100%. Not on the little guys. The little guys that take, you know, whatever percentage of war score, say like 70%, it's just way easier to do 2 50% war scores than it is to do one 100% war score. Especially if they've got allies that you don't want to siege out. So you just take a big chunk of them and then come back in 10 years. Yeah, that's a stack wipe of his army. That's an active siege and blockade. Negative 62 from ongoing battles. It's just light ships versus my transports. Not really ideal, but... There's that fire and forget war I was mentioning. We have no siege guy down here, but we don't really need a siege guy down there, honestly. So that's not a problem. Now, Bohemia does have a bit of an army. Excuse me? Pretty sure Austria did not defend him. How come he didn't take a prestige hit for not defending him? How come I'm not seeing a modifier on here for not defending the Empire? I didn't declare war on East Frisia, I declared war on Bohemia. Bohemia is a prince. They are a prince inside the Empire. Granted, they're rivals, but still, it clearly said he wasn't going to defend him, and there was a red cross. Okay, fine. Let's say he's not supposed to take the prestige hit. At the very least, we should see an opinion malice for not defending the Empire. Right now, we're looking at the Brandenburgian opinion of Austria, 63, and there's no modifier in there for... They don't get calls for rivals. Well, damn. There goes my whole plan. Alright, well, whatever. I mean, Bohemia is not a bad target. If I siege down his coast and take a couple of the coastal provinces, that would be good. It's upstream of my trade node, it leads into the Baltic Sea. There's definitely advantages to having that land. So, besides, we needed a war that was actually something of a challenge. Alright, that is 55 war score with Nepal. We're still just waiting for low enthusiasm, though. I'm gonna wait for low enthusiasm before we do it. Got Punjabi separatists. Fortunately, I do need to kill that army if I want to finish this war. You are my single siege pip guy. Oh, right, this is a level 3 fort, not a level 1 fort. Shoot. I want all these cannons here, then. We'll pull that guy off, though. Get the 2 siege pip guy there instead. I guess I don't need to worry about declaring on Bavaria, then. It's not going to give him the prestige hit, is it? Eventually we'll find somebody that he's not willing to protect. Or we just declare on him directly. Always an option. Alright. Korea and Manchu, just for like little tiny guys to... Are we already at 100 piety? I think we are. No, not quite. I declared one war that was a impious war. Let's declare... Well, actually, if I declare war on somebody else over here, that'll do it too. I want to beat 100 piety for some of the more difficult targets. Interesting. Bremen gets dishonored by everyone except for Austria. Brandenburg was going to get protected by Austria, so if I declare one war... If I declare war on Bremen, or whoever the hell it just was, then it's basically me versus Austria. And then in a separate war, I can attack... No, that's not true. I think there's a restriction that says you can't do that, right? You can't have two wars against the Empire going at once, or some nonsense. That sucks. I did. I full annexed Portugal to get his colonial nations, but then I released him because I didn't want to pay for the overextension at that point. We were doing a administrative idea group at the time. Well, like for the sake of getting done with this, and then... No, I don't want to be coring. I don't want overextension for land that I don't really need right now. I only want overextension on land that I have to have. Land that makes me directly stronger. Nothing in Africa matters right now. I mean, like France. Like, I wouldn't mind being at war with France. I really wouldn't. But I just don't like the look of those forts. And the fact that he's at war with a colonial nation. He'll probably mothball his forts when he ends his war with a colonial nation. So that might be the window. Another person I'd like to be at war with is the Netherlands. I think I like the idea of this Bremen one. Weaken and break a lot of alliances. Fight the Emperor. The Emperor's not very strong. He's only on Tech 22. He does have some annoying forts. At this point, Arumba, what provinces would you need to become stronger? The land that I want is stuff that's going to be in the English Channel or adjacent or upstream of the English Channel. So I want things that are in the Lübeck node, things that are in the English Channel, potentially things in Champagne or Rhineland. I want to finalize the gutting of European trade income. I want all of it. And to do that, I've already got my Savoy guy who I want to move into Venice further, and then I've got Catalonia as well. They both block trade for pretty much everyone else. Yeah, for now, I'm just going to declare this war. It's a war. A war against a single target that we might as well have going, you know? No one else can defend him. It's a good person to be at war with. We got more. Nope, those navies are not going to go that way. Can we stop fighting this place? How about I'm just going to run because I don't care, and then you can go move your navy. And I'll poke my navy back out. Get the blockade in place. And by doing that, I should be able to... piece him out now. Don't want anything from you. A lot of money, though. I have a truce with Ming right now. That's why we're not at war with Ming. Truce with Ming doesn't expire until March of 91. It's got 3 years there. We're going to be seeing a peace deal with Naples. Or Naples. Nepal. I've got 2 targets it looks like we can peace out. Funge. And, actually 3. Nepal, whatever the hell his name is getting pretty close too. This fleet should be ready to go. Let's drop these troops off here. Bengal piling on. This land, ugh, a lot of development. I think I'm actually going to stack up another war here. I can't see a way to easily get Betsima Soraka to reach this. But if I peace out Funge and then declare war on Ethiopia, I can get the Mamluks to have adjacency to it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful mothballed forts sitting adjacent to me. Well, that's that game plan. Sir Guy Man, thank you for your subscription. Let's see, we've been going for about 2 hours, 20 minutes. I'm gonna take a break in about 30 minutes. I'm gonna grab a soda soon, but... Alright, so this army's up here. Do we have access through anywhere? No, we don't. Great. So I guess we just hang out for now. We could potentially declare war on Brandenburg to get military access through. Austria would probably defend him. This navy needs to come up to... here as well. I'm thinking the French war is going to be held for a bit. We're going to wait for a better window. He's going to have to win his war. He's at 0% with Quito. He's never going to mothball his forts while he's at war, so there's really no opportunity for an easy war against France right now. So the Mamluks get everything. We have 100 prestige. We'll just stay at 100 prestige over and over and over again so that we keep our aggressive expansion from wars as low as possible. Get a lot of unrest. War exhaustion overextensions at 3.32. I won't be able to feed that land to him right now, will I? He's going to run out of monarch points. Well, I declared this war because I wanted to just declare a war. Don't need this land right now. It doesn't benefit me for world conquest. It may have just been a mistake to have declared this war. And I don't think we need to attack Ethiopia right now. If the Mamluks are already pretty overextended, then I think that this army needs to just get out of here for a little while. We'll police the area for them a bit, but... the diplomat pool looks awesome for the next patch. You can't transfer land to a subject while you're at war, and you also can't transfer land to a subject if they don't have adjacency via land or sea. I also can't create a client state while I'm ore, and I'm also at the relationship limit. So basically, I got a bit pugnacious here, and I'm not ready to take this land. It doesn't serve a purpose. There's no reason for me to pay admin points to core this land right now. I should spend my admin points coring land that benefits me. This doesn't. It's upstream of the Ottomans. You know, big deal. It doesn't... It goes... The trade...
As always, is your Mexico trader doing the right thing? Last I saw it was transferring towards California.
Really? I'll go check on that. So if I took that, I'll have one more province in the Ethiopia node, but the Ethiopia node only goes into here where my subject is collecting trade anyway, so it makes no real difference. There's just no reason to pay those admin points. I'm better off waiting. No, that's nipping. Mexico doesn't even go to California. I think it just looks like it goes that way, but it skips that. No, he's going the right way. I think I'm actually going to piece this guy out. But I've already declared my war against Ethiopia. I suppose we could just stay in the war and hope that the Mamluks core stuff quickly. I don't know. Well, let's wait and see. Brooksy! Thank you for your subscription. I might end up just coring some of that land to myself anyway, just because I've declared wars that I don't really need to be in. Savoy's being loyal, that's good. I should start probably spending some prestige to buy down Catalonia's liberty desire. You can start to see some of the effects of the forts that I've given them. Fort maintenance is at 21 ducats for Catalonia. But Simisaraka is losing 54 ducats a month. Wow.
May have been shots when you pause.
Holy crap. I may have gone a little bit overkill, but Simisaraka's got 7,500 ducats in debt now. What the hell, dude? What have you done? It's a lot. It's a lot of debt. I mean, he can go bankrupt for all I care, as long as he doesn't get... Oh, crap. If he goes bankrupt, he'll probably have rebels everywhere, and then I'll have to do it, and God, stop it. I'm gonna enable scootage. No. I don't want to pay you. You don't have to pay me anymore. Stop it. Turn your forts off, you crazy bastard. I mean, I'm at 33% integration on him. I need to cycle my culture conversion before I forget. Actually, I can just cancel it. We're no longer at the cap. I had a Diplo bank. At one point I had 4 provinces I was cycling every, like, 10 months or so. I think I had a Diplo bank of maybe 1,000 points. I need to get this parliamentary thing passed so that I can get the right one again soon. The debate will continue until at least 10 February 1689. Well, that's coming up in 6 months anyway, so I don't need to buy all these things, I think. It'll be done pretty soon. What does Twitch say? Yeah, Catalonia's in March. I don't plan on integrating him for a while, but I still want him to be loyal. I might as well. I mean, every war I win, I'm at 100 prestige and I'm gaining prestige. So I might as well be placating a little bit to start buying him down. I don't know that I want to bribe these seats. The ones that I saw were... it's not a... I mean, I could do it with the prestige. The prestige and the money are like the two that I don't care about. You have to get it all the way up to 100% to force it to fire right away, though. I'll do the money. I just want to kind of guarantee that it fires on the first try without having to do a squirrel. Very expensive. Hey, there's something I could have spent my legitimacy on a while ago. Alright, 90% chance to win. What, you're saying, can I get to 100% without bribing every single seat? This does feel awfully close to 100 already. And it says we only have 27 out of 45. Is that correct? I feel like there's way more supporting it than not. What percentage do you need to actually force it to fire then? Let's try it. I mean, I'll spend some prestige on this, sure. Yeah, okay. You don't have to get all... I thought you had to get every single person, every single country or seat to support it in order to do that, but that is apparently not true. So I should have done that a while ago then. I probably could have fired that 3 years ago. Interesting. Two-thirds or 60%? Okay. According to my spreadsheet, at Simisaraka and Senwi, I need to have about 1,300 and 1,500 points invested. So we still got a ways to go, but I need this policy to fire soon, or I need to keep on feeding them land because I don't want to waste the Diplo points, you know? Yep, we'll grab that colonist. At this point, I don't really need to colonize much more land, though. Bob's Moose Ranch, I started to ignore because I think he had started his own colony, and it's about to finish at some point, so that guy's taken care of. Bob's Trailer Park, I don't have any adjacent provinces that I can colonize. Bob's Exiled Scots. Would have to be a war with Chickasaw. And he's colonizing his own province. Could do that. You could have an army up here. Outside of that, I mean, I could colonize just for the sake of colonizing, but I don't really have to. We will. Culture conversion going? We're not doing it anymore. I could try to colonize this land so that Russia can't colonize it. Plus, that might also give me access. I like that. Compete with Russian colonization. What? Seriously? That water blocks it? I've got to go around? Yuck. Plus it takes 600 days to get there, or it's 200 days. Alright, yeah, let's try to go around and meet up with him. When you finish a colony, who gets the province? I have no idea how it determines, but you have 1 day where you can instead, if you are at peace, transfer it to whoever you want it to be. Which is what we've done in the recent past. It's only 68 points. I guess I'll just take this guy's land myself. It still feels kind of silly, but whatever. And I need to get some troops over into Bohemia. He is being occupied hard by Salzburg. Really? 1, 2, 3 provinces up there. I'd like to peace out Nepal. Okay, so Senwi is at no overextension right now. I don't really want to do Gouge. I didn't co-belligerent him. I think we again leave his capital, but we take as much as we can get out of this. Let's check to see if Gouge wants separate peace. Didn't think so. Okay, it's one more war done. I guess I'm going to just take this guy's land for myself. Mamluks can't handle it, so... Oh, he had another fort. No, I apparently failed to march there. Weird. Okay. Oh well, is what it is. How are we doing on piety? We are at 100 piety. We are in 4 wars. Bohemia is the hardest, I think, of them all. Ethiopia is pretty much a non-factor. I could still try. Oh, that's right, we're at war with Ethiopia. We're at war with Ethiopia, right up here. Perhaps we should do something with that. No access through Hijaz. I could give some land to Mamluks, but not much. And I could take some land for myself, but not much. Maybe take his forts. No guarantee that he's going to mothball them in the future. See if Persia's still willing to defend Hassa. It's 7 reasons now. The Jazz being as weak as he is, I'm kind of tempted. The fact that he has no allies. Tempting. I'm going to. Okay. These ships are not doing what they're supposed to. I must have accidentally grabbed them. I think these are supposed to be protecting trade in English Channel. Fairly certain. Still no military access to here. Even more motivated now to attack Brandenburg then. He is on tech 22. We've got a tech advantage. We got Kai, a 353. I think I had diplo points, but they're actually... Senwi's actually not being integrated right now. You little dog. Oh, we're gaining points. So, forced military access through Brandenburg via war deck could work. Can't even look at it though, because we have a truce, or because we have recently declared war, whatever. That's a pretty big separatist stack there. I'll just spread out down here then. He's got no forts in this region, so we'll stack wipe that army. We have access through Ottomans? No. We're protected by a fort there. I prefer to finish this siege before we go deal with that. I can't believe I missed this mothballed fort. I accidentally must have just clicked on the wrong province or something. Would it make sense to keep a ton of vassals or actually annex them after 10 years? If you let them get too strong, then they become difficult to rein in. It depends on your goal. Like if you don't plan on full annexing them, or like integrating them, then there's no real reason to worry about it. So, now would be the time, maybe, to declare war and fight Austria. Brandenburg only has one fort. It's a level 1 fort inland. It's in the woods. Tech 23. Austria's still on... Nope. Yes, still on Tech 22. I think I could blitz Brandenburg down pretty damn quick, and I do have some men here. Not a huge number, but some. Apparently we have military access through France at the moment. That's convenient. I like the idea of this. I wouldn't mind taking, I've got a claim right now on Holstein anyway, and it's in the English Channel. This is where I really want to be, like, at war. But this is a pretty sizable commitment, so let's take a backup save, and I'm going to take a quick bathroom break then as well, I think. In fact, let's even put in a cut now, because it makes sense to me. Okay, cool. I'm going to be back in like 3 minutes. Go to the bathroom yourself if you have to. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be back in a little bit. 1 second.